how are you? Welcome on in today. I have another work day. Big work day. Again. So, you can all be my accountability buddies again. I've just been on some calls. I'm just going to quickly run through my normal makeup. I hope that you guys can hear me okay. I wonder if the audio is quite loud. Right, so I'm going to just quickly do my everyday makeup and then I am good to go. So let's see. I hope you're having a fabulous day today. I hope it's treating you well. Hi, Mr. Jake. How are you doing on this beautiful day? All good. I'm hoping to get a lot done today again. We're in major con crunch mode. I got a lot of stuff to prepare for next week. I got to read some contracts. So those of you who are working today, let's work alongside each other. Good morning, Scuba Steve. Let's work alongside each other. And then hopefully we'll all be productive together, right? But there's so much to do. Running out of time. Got to make sure we get it all done. Good morning, V6. Hi, Witchy. Scuba Steve, yes, it did. However, the reason why it won't come through alerts is because you have to do it through Stream Elements. If you do click on the link below, then it will come through. But it tried to come through a different client. Yes, it came through. But yeah, if you want it to come up on the stream, you can't use that link basically. There's been a new link. It got updated a while ago. Hi, Jessie Quinn, how are you? Yes, it did. Thank you so much. But yeah, if you have a look at the panels down below, you have to click there. Hi, Runix. How are you? Hi, Wild. Hi. So I'm just running through my everyday makeup and then we'll get into doing some work today. And I would like you guys to also tell me what you're working on. Dahlia, how are you doing today? Dahlia, am I seeing you next week? Hi, Nostro. Happy weekend. I'm good, thank you. I've been on a call all morning from 9, so I was up at 8:30 today. Doing it again. Loads of little things to do. Hi, Peter. I got a few more things to run through now as well. Oh, wow, installing a new TV internet. Nice. I'm doing absolutely nothing today. Oh, that sounds so lovely. What's that like, Witchy? Just kidding. I'm good, thank you. Yes, I'll be in Paris. Yes. Nice. Are you going to the partner party? I don't think so. The reason why is because I don't really like the partner party very much. But I think I have a dinner at that point. But yeah, no, I've never really, I don't really like it. I don't really know why, but it's never really taken my fancy. You're trying to stop procrastinating. Maybe we can help you today. Ah, Scuba, that'd be amazing. Yeah, let's all try and be super productive today. So I'm planning to still do movie night tonight. That's my intention, at least. I felt like an outcast last year. It was so weird, but I'd like to go see if there's anyone I know, though. That makes total sense. For me, I kind of feel like with that partner party. Now, the thing is, I've never been. That's the thing for me. I really dislike the fact that you can't always bring a +1. And the reason why is because I feel quite unsafe. Krusty, thank you so much. 6 months, thank you. I just kind of feel a bit unsafe if I can't bring my own +1 to a lot of things, and so I get really anxious and really stressed out. So I just won't go. Yeah. Hi, Fergie. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Fergie. Hi, Simargo. How are you doing today? Mel is the party. I keep going through closets and putting things in saver. Oh, wow. Nice, Nostro. So you're doing clear outs and general tidying. Closets are hard as well because, like, I feel like, oh my god, you find such treasures in there sometimes. And other times you're like, I don't even remember owning this. It feels like, you know, free shopping almost, because like, I didn't even know I had that. So I need to shed the colours. Okay, good point. Fergie, I'm one of those people who can never understand if there's 30 or 31 days in a month. so thank you for telling me. Why did you shave half of your eyebrows? Because when I do my makeup looks, I tend to change up my eyebrow ends for all of them. And so what I was doing for too long was trying to cover the end of the eyebrow only with a glue stick, and it got so much work that I just hated it. So I shaved the ends of my eyebrows off, so it makes all of my makeup looks a lot easier, and I can change the design of it. Because for instance, like, I could very easily do a Spock brow, I could very easily do an arched brow, I could do a straight brow, I could do a short brow. So it makes it easier for me when it comes to doing my makeup looks, because I do them so often. Yeah, definitely, Nostro. That's what I hear. Everyone says to me is like, clear it out beforehand. Oh, you just had to check. Oh my gosh. You and I are in the same boat then. I just can't remember. I never. I have balls. To show off my eyebrows? No. It's so normal. Honestly. Eyebrows help add a lot of structure to your face. So just because you've kind of been born with like a natural eyebrow doesn't mean that's necessarily the one that's suited better for your face anyway. Which I mean is fine, it's up to you with what you do with them. But no, it's totally fine. It's not a problem to shave them off. And like, honestly, I shave my eyebrows now like twice a week. They grow back so quick. Hi Legion, how are you? So we have another day of work set up for us today. The way I shave my arms and they grow back within a few hours. Oh my gosh, I haven't bothered with the arms. I tried it when I was younger. But yeah, it grows back so quickly. 2D for 1:29 PM Friday. But do you paint every time you go out? No, like this is my everyday makeup look, but it doesn't take long for me to draw in the eyebrows. But if I leave the house, I might not draw my eyebrows on. Like I don't. Okay, so I think this is the thing that's confusing. I don't care if I go out without makeup on. I don't care if people see me and I've got half an eyebrow. I just don't care. I don't think I could care any less about it. So I'm really not fussed if I draw my eyebrow on or not. Like it you know what I mean? It just doesn't bother me at all. And I used to be worried about it, but I just don't care. Oh, nice, see Marigo. Preach. It's just one of those things like, It really doesn't matter because it's made my life so much easier. I'm not gonna like explain myself to everyone on the street, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna see somebody on the street and I'll probably never see them again in my life. So I don't understand why it would make a difference of worrying about what they would think. You know? And like, context, the people in here who are like, Mel has half eyebrows. Okay. But you can also see these. Literally my rule is this. If you see somebody, you probably never see them again. Doesn't matter what they think. Completely irrelevant. Because you'll never see them again. You never will. Like, it's so irrelevant. Okay, so I have some new things to add to my to-do list today. So we need to go through and try and like nail through this to-do list. I still intend to do movie night in Discord at 8 p.m. tonight, so we won't be going as long tonight. So let's see what we can do. Right, where's my to-do list? So I need to get a laser pointer. Nah, who has the time? That's the thing, it takes a mental load. Like, just, why bother? And also, if someone wants to talk about you behind your back or, like, bitch about you, they're gonna find something. So, why even bother? They're gonna find something that they don't like about you anyway. Because they've already decided that they don't like you, in most cases. So they're gonna just find something that tries to justify it. You've already decided I'm a villain, you just haven't figured out why. But I'm sure you'll find a reason at some point, and I hope that makes you happy. If me being the villain in your life makes you sleep at night, so be it. Because there's nothing I can do that's going to change that. Okay, so I have to reply to some messages first. Then I have to read a contract. Okay, so let's do these bits first. We've still got to paint these Crocs. You are beautiful, no matter what you earn. Mel. Yes. Right, so let's go through. Oh, I've spelled Twitter with a 4. Huh. Regardless, they might as well do what you want. Literally, they're gonna make a comment. So it's so pointless. Right, let's see. So, we're going to reply to some stuff. Nostro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for continuing. Thank you for the Parabellum. Thank you to Breathe. Thank you for the Death. Thank you for the Rumpel. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. That is very kind. Thank you so much. Thank you. It just doesn't matter at all, Aldi. It just really, yeah, it's so meow, hi Raya. Yeah, it's so irrelevant. Okay, let's see. So I just did one reply. How hot is it in the room today? Good question. It feels cooler today. It's 26 now. Whew. How to make fake skin, in what regard? Room temperature, I should add it in, I should. What's the temperature? Oh my god, my schedule for TwitchCon's getting scary. Oh my god, guys, my schedule at TwitchCon. You know, when I was like, oh, it's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna be running around like a crazy person. I need to look at this from a daily perspective. Right, so from (9:30) till, God, let's add a buffer, 12:30. I think I'm going to be at the CROCS booth. Then after that, I'm going to provisionally pencil in coffee with Jenny. Question mark. Like with silicon? But what's the outcome, that what's the result that you're after? Could have a cooldown. Gank, you're so right. Yeah, it's not so bad right now. It's real. I'm not. But the thing is, I'm not quite sure what you're trying to achieve, and so I'd need to really understand that first before going into what you'd probably do. And then maybe from 2 to 3. To make your nose larger, you could achieve that with shading, so you wouldn't need to make any fake skin. But if you wanted to add like more mass, then you would probably look into getting a prosthetic for it. You could use scar wax, I suppose, but that was really hard to work with. Rumples, how are you? Hi, lovely. How's my work day going? I've been up since 8:30. I've been on call since 9. Now I've got to do all of the like little, you know, like the fiddly things. I've got to do that before I can go back to painting these crocs. So I suppose it's already feeling a bit stressful so far, but I'm glad to start work. Okay, and then maybe I'll provisionally book in coffee, another coffee immediately after with Kat. So then, no worries. Would you be free for a coffee around Sunday, 2 p.m? This is Diablo streamer time, not worship mail time. You're more than welcome to watch Diablo. Just finishing a night of mod duty and saw the gifts up. Hope you well. I am. Basically, Rumpole, I am in con crunch, which we all know is the scary time to be in. and I have a lot of stuff to prepare for TwitchCon next week. So it got to the point where I was like, I genuinely don't know if I can add in extra streams. So what I've decided to do is I've just turned in stream on and I'm just working. That's what I did yesterday. That's what I'm doing today. I'm just working through the whole thing. So no one can see kind of like what I'm obviously doing, because I'm arranging meetings and going through contracts. And then I've got to paint these Crocs. I'm working the Croc booth next week. I'm also doing I've got a Croc booth next week where I'm painting the Crocs live, but they need to be finished on stream next week. So I need to pre-paint them to make sure that I can finish them on the stream. And then I've got 2 panels on the Saturday, and I've got to book in a bunch of meetings now. I only just found out yesterday what the schedule was and when I'm leaving to go to Paris. And so I also need to figure out what I need to pack and anything that I need to get, because I've just got my schedule. Yeah, so Rumpel, so I'm basically like, I'm in major deadline mode, and I got to the point where I was like, what if I just turn on the stream and everyone can work alongside me if they wish? They look badass. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been painting them. These ones are obviously unfinished at the moment. Oh, the wind's opening the door. These ones are obviously unfinished at the moment, but yeah. So, and then I built this headpiece yesterday, so lots of stuff going on. Yeah, that's a lot. But then also I've got another video game that I need to prepare for, which I started to prepare for and everything's failed, which is really frustrating. So I need to prepare that, and then I'm also going to prepare for my makeup look tomorrow, my torso body paint, and I need to figure out what I'm going to be packing today. So there's just quite a lot. Sorry to hear it's stressful vibes. It's totally fine. Every quarter it kind of happens where it gets a bit stressful. I would, but I just finished work for the next 2 weeks. Nice, Xavier. What are you doing with your time off? Will any of your TwitchCon panels be streamed by anyone? My booth will be live streamed on my channel. I intend to try and stream my makeup panel. If that fails, Cassie will try and stream it. But furthermore, I intend to do my best to record it and then upload it. Good afternoon. How are you doing, Junior? I'll be liking. No worries. So there's just the I don't feel like I'm angry or anything. It's just that there's a lot to do. So I'm doing my best to manage it, and also I found yesterday that I was able to do loads of stuff because I was streaming, because you guys held me accountable. Right, and then I need to message Jake. Put on here. I've also learned, like, one of the things that I need to do is write down the stuff that I did do that wasn't on the list, because otherwise I feel like I didn't do enough. Have you posted the Nintendo Paint pics of the consoles? Right, what's my schedule? Yes, yeah, I posted them a while ago. You'll probably find them on Twitter, but I post them as videos and stuff, so you'll probably see them there. You have a panel at TwitchCon? Yeah, Dahlia, I have 2 panels. Well, I've got 2 panels in a booth. I'm just going to close this window. It's getting a bit cold. Yeah, so I have 2 panels and a booth. Hi, Emily, how are you? One of the panels I'm doing a makeup class. That's going to be on Saturday with Cassie. We're going to be doing a makeup class together. That's what I was running through this morning. I was just making sure that that was all fine. Sorry, I realised the microphone was far away. Yeah, so I've got a makeup class. I've got, which is at 3:30 on Saturday. That'll be an hour and a half. It's going to be like a giant classroom. We'll be providing you with some makeup as well. And I'll be running through some makeup tips and tricks with Cassie, as well as doing a live makeup look so everyone can watch and follow along if they would like to. So I'll be making one of my makeup looks and I'll be doing them live on the panel. Then I have one before that which won't be streamed. That one is to Twitch staff. And then on the Sunday from, I think, 11 until 12, I just need to finalize the times. That's what I was just doing now. I was doing the calendar. I'll be live at the CROCS booth and I'll be hand painting some Crocs. They're going to be these ones here. So I've only got an hour that I'm streaming, which you guys know is like nothing to me. So I'm just making sure that I'm pre-painting them. So when I'm live at the CROCS booth, I will finish the paint there, so then you guys can see something that I've painted. Thank you so much, Dahlia. That's really kind of you. Thank you. I look back at my list and I don't account for exactly, Onyx. Like, that's the thing, and I just feel like I feel rubbish about myself because I'm like, oh, I didn't do enough. But that's absolutely not the case, because I have done stuff. I just remember to do things that I didn't put on my list. So I just keep adding them to my list and then crossing them off, just because I understand. And then at the end of the day, I can look at it and be like, no, I actually did loads. But yes, Dahlia, so the only thing about the makeup panel is it's first come, first serve to get a seat in the classroom. You can, I think there's standing room as well, but if you sit, you will definitely receive a goodie bag of makeup. So I'm not saying like queue and get there early, but just bear that in mind if you would like one of those, that it's first come, first served. Yeah. That one's in partnership with NYX Cosmetics. So it'll be a bunch of NYX makeup products. It took me a long time to prepare for that, so I'm a little bit nervous. I hope you can all understand. I'm a bit scared. I get scared when it comes to panels and stuff, but it's important. And I'm with Cassie, who always makes me feel a bit more comfortable. She's amazing. All right, so now I need to message you. Okay, so... Bye, Mr. Jakester. Thank you so much. Come paint with CROCS 07. That would be really funny. I think they've sent me something that I have to put on there, but that'd be funny. Think, Mel. Do you ever sleep? Nagini, no, I don't. I just went live, but I've been on calls since 9. Right, so what time is my train? Right, the Eurostar's 2.5 hours, isn't it? Eurostar, London to Paris. How long? So you have, so you can have a pageant answer ready. You're more than welcome to, but don't worry about me. I'll wing it, I always do. Right, 2 hours and 37 minutes. So 2 hours and 37 minutes. Hello, Lord. How are you? Oh my gosh, the calendars are so... They F me up, man. I can't deal with numbers. I think 11. Okay. No, I actually haven't, Xavier. Have you? And then I got a little time to be at the station. So I need to get there. Okay. But there is a yeah, so I know that there's like you have minimum of 90 minutes that you have to be there. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it into my calendar so I can see like I need to leave the con, because I won't be able to stay and like loiter around at the end like I did before, which is a shame. But my train's been booked on Sunday, so I've got to make sure I've got enough time. I'm a bit nervous though because of what's happening in Paris. I'm a bit scared. I saw this morning that they shut down public transport because of the riots, so I don't know how that's going to work. We'll see. Okay, this has to be deleted. Gothic, how are you? Thank you so much, Gothic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Why are there riots in Paris? Unfortunately, somebody's been shot, which is really sad. Witchy, I honestly wish I could say the same, but I'm staying a little bit further away than I originally anticipated, so I have to travel every day. So that's why I'm rather nervous. So that's from 3:30, and so the other panel that I have, I need to look at now. Thank you so much. I really hope so as well. It's at 2 p.m. And what's the name of this panel? Yeah, Witchy, I don't blame you. Right, so I'm putting the information there onto this one. Yeah, thank you, Nostro. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm nervous. Okay, so I can't actually book in anything else because I haven't got the timings of other stuff. So this schedule is gonna... Let me just double check that there's no lunch organised, because then I can organise my own lunch. Is bad for pickpocketing. Witchy, you could use a bum bag. I use a bum bag. Then I need to check the other email. Oh my god, there's so many emails. Okay, and then there's no lunch then. Right, so now I should message... Right, so then I'll pencil lunch in for an hour on Saturday with a client, and then coffee at 10 with a different one. Right, okay. So now message him. But would you like to have coffee together at yeah. Which, yeah. Right, so now I've messaged everyone and I've penciled in roughly what... hang on a minute, let me change the colour of the stuff that's not confirmed. I will make it red. That way, if it gets confirmed, I can make it blue. That's confirmed, that's confirmed. that meeting is unconfirmed. Thank you for the posture check there, Nostro. And then this one, unconfirmed. They're pencils. Right, okay. No problem. So basically, guys, if you want to say hello to me, if you would like to, CROCS booth. I'll give you details about that later on when I can. And on the Saturday, after the makeup panel, you'll definitely find me there and there. Yep, they are the places to find me. CROCS booth on Sunday morning or makeup panel that I'm hosting. Before the makeup panel, no. I'm at a different panel, but I'm at a private panel with staff. After that, 3:30 till 5 p.m. And I do this thing where I tend to like loiter around the panel a little bit. So I will loiter after that so you can see me if you would like to. I don't want to assume everyone wants to see me. No problem. Then, yeah? Okay. Okay. Add to the calendar. Okay, good. So I messaged all the people. That was the thing. Right, next thing we have to do, guys. Let me pencil Melon quickly. Yeah, so if you want to find me after the makeup panel, I don't think you don't have to attend the makeup panel. That's really not a problem. I'm not going to be upset. You can, it's a long panel. I understand that as well. So after the makeup panel, you're more than welcome to pop down and then go from there. Yeah. Cool. Great work. The calendar has been organised. Right, so then I need to... Oh, hang on, I need to email Sony with form. And then I need to create invoice. Robert, thank you so much. Thank you very much. 30 months is unbelievable. Thank you so, so, so much. I've managed to disconnect my Stream Deck consistently. There we go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You'll be there. Thank you so much, Witchy. I'm really excited. I'm a bit nervous, but I hope it's going to be okay. It feels weird. Like I'll actually see you guys while I'm doing the makeup look. Okie dokie. Right, so I need to go through the form. Right, let's read I need to go read a contract next. Right. Review document. Oh, Robert. Of course. You don't know how I do it? What? But you're the professional. Okay. Contract reading. Don't worry about... Still, you're more than welcome to still talk to me, by the way. It's completely fine. Right, one of the people's replied. We need to go back. Right, one of the clients has confirmed. Let me change that now. Right. So Grand. I can't find your part of the TwitchCon schedule. Let me send it to you, Dahlia. I'll pop it in the chat for you now. Right, that's confirmed. Here you go. Unfortunately, Shaz is... Why does my chat do this? Unfortunately, Shaz is now unable to attend. It's really sad. So it's just going to be Cassie and I. We initially really were excited because we were going to be able to have like Shaz discuss how they do makeup on a non-feminine face. But that... We won't go into as much detail on that anymore, but we still want to make sure that everyone feels like, you know, makeup is for everyone. So that's how we've worded the panel. So, yeah, it's a shame. I think it got a bit much with costing. Okay, great. One client confirmed. Fabulous. Great news. Back to the contract. Okay, so another thing that I need to do is I need to list out all of the deliverables I've agreed to all of the companies to make sure I collect all of that. But yeah, right, which I was real sad about it as well. What can we do? Fingers crossed. In my streaming career is different to what I would say my makeup career is. I started streaming 5.5 years ago in January. However, I only started getting deals, I'd say, a couple of years ago. My first one was with AMD. Before then, I never had anything. I started doing makeup on Instagram maybe like 10 years ago. And then I started taking it more seriously maybe like 8-9 years ago. So up until like the past 2 years. So yes, my streaming career is a little bit different. But I say I started taking Instagram a little bit more seriously, and that was like 10 years ago. 8 years probably. But from streaming, probably 3 years in. Oh, stream, yeah, it's so sad, right? Hi Ken! I slept okay, but I'm confident for today. A Messel Festival this weekend, and another one the week after that. Having a TwitchCon in the middle of the festival season is madness, I'll say. That does sound pretty crazy. Yeah, it is sad, isn't it? Because you kind of feel like it feels, yeah, like you're a bit like, oh no, now how is it going to flow? Like, I hope it's going to be okay. But I mean, things happen. It's only human things to pop up and stuff. Right, so let me write down all the deliverables for this. Look, I don't know what you're talking about there. Texting what? I don't know what you're talking about. One of the most inspiring creators I follow. That's very kind of you, Skull Queen. Thank you so much. I definitely think it takes... The thing is, that's how long it took me, but like some other people, it might not take them as long. Most of it comes down to luck, to be honest with you. Girls and dates. This isn't a dating site, and this isn't a dating advice platform. But are you all right? That is your first time message. Are you okay? I think you need to go back to sleep. Oh yeah, Majin, it is early today. Right, so I'm gonna write my deliverables down. How goes it? Good, thank you, Kala. And yourself? Getting different opinions. Bye-bye. Look, here. Don't come back, mate. What a weird thing to do. Come to Twitch and ask for dating advice on texting on a scale of 1 to 10. Yo, like, if I text this girl, like, do you think she'll date me and marry me? Today, maybe you should start seeing girls as humans and not as robots. If I input the formula into the calculator, I'll get the correct answer. And it works the same with women. If I input the correct things into texting, I will input a formula and I will get the answer of sex. Right, so the deliverables I have. What a strange thing to type in chat. Right, Ken? Anyway, back to what we were doing, looking at contracts. I showed you my dick, please respond. The best response I've seen to that, to cause absolute sheer panic, Dahlia, was for someone they replied and said, I'm reporting you for sending me child pornography. And they absolutely lost it because there was an insecurity factor to that. But there was also, but then there was also the side of, what have I done? That has been the best response, I think, to Uno reverse that card so hard and make them absolutely they were destroyed. Like, they didn't even, they were trying to unsend it. They were like begging. I've never seen anything like. I'm using that one next time. Yes. Well, I just immediately block and report, but like, that was the best response I've ever seen. I just like that. Like, you've made this escalate. Calm down, honey. I'm the crazy one here. Can you move your thumb? I can't see it. Okay, so I need to make a vertical video. Okay, vertical video on TikTok and Reels. Can't imagine why. It's such a bizarre thing to do. Anyway, yeah, so for texting game. So anyway, ridiculous. In this one, hashtags and handles will be provided upon campaign briefing. So ask for campaign briefing, handles, and hashtags. Hello, Smyford. How are you today? One day they will, Peter. One day. AI! Will become too sentient. I'm good, thank you so much for asking. Busy, busy, busy. I'm sure you can see what... basically, I'm doing this so you can see what my day is like. Hashtags. We also have to do tweets, Instagram, stories throughout. Love you so much, Dahlia. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. Yes, that's fine. Okay, so I need to now ask about clause 13.1. Because I think that's actually relevant.
Charge complete.
Thank you, headphone lady. That emote's so cute. It looks like Harley Quinn. And Mercy. It is Mercy. Yeah, it looks like one of her special skins or something. Okay. Good. Gone through that one. Okay, good. So then that has now been sent through digitally as well. Great news. All right, so that was a lot of reading. The next thing I need to do is I need to fill in a form. On Tuesday. What did I post on Tuesday? Miriam her notes. Form hype! Alright! Yes! I've actually filled this form out so many times. And then the videos. And then I'm pretty sure this was the one that we're talking about. Oh, I can send a link to it. That's much easier. Right then, so copy Dropbox link. There we go. And the date today is the 30th. Farm done! Do you know what, Crimson? I genuinely am so surprised that people thought that was scary because I didn't think it was bad. And I was thinking like, I just don't really think it, I thought it wasn't very good. So it's so weird to me to find that people think it's really frightening, because I was like, oh, hope they like it, but I don't know what I'll do if they don't. Like, because I think I have such a disconnect from it, because I don't see what you guys see anymore. Okay, so I did that. We need to, 24-hour report comes tomorrow. I need to make an invoice. I need to email Sony. I need to upload PowerPoint. I need to make PowerPoint cards for both Cassie and I for TwitchCon. Whoa, okay. Fabulous. Right, so let me download this again, because I'm being a bit cheeky and I changed it. I uploaded it to TwitchCon, but I've changed it. So I'm just going to re-upload it and fingers crossed that they haven't done anything with it yet. Oh, the bottom of my leg is really itchy. Stop it. Okay. There, right. Okay, total. Okay, complete. No, all of this is done. You get a lot worse in most zombie video games. I agree, Ken. I guess they're like rated though, aren't they? Like, you're not meant to... No, I don't know. Can't tell. First draft, upload final PowerPoint. Okay, so then let's upload. Oh, wait, can I just drag and drop there? Yes. Okay, I'm just going to change that out. Let's upload that. I'm really glad that I'm doing these working streams, because then you guys will forever know. Well, streamers must not do anything all day. Most films and games need a bunch of people to make something scary, and that Ghost does it for her. I couldn't speak during that look, actually. I covered my mouth in gelatin. Okay, so I've re-uploaded the PowerPoint. That is good to go, and that is done. We need to make the PowerPoint cards. So now what I need to do is I need to... make a document. Let's open InDesign with the presentation that I'm giving at the panel, and make cards to go with that. Right then, so file, new document. Then maybe I should go A6. No, we'll go A5. A5? I'll go A5 because I don't want us to be like fiddling around with loads of different pieces of paper while we're up there. Right, so we go A5 and then we'll go portrait. Yes. Great work. We're doing good. We're making good time. You see how much quicker I'm getting through all this stuff now that you guys are watching me. Just kidding. Download the PDF document. Peck! Aha! The world is full of unanswered questions beyond all limits beyond all limits of reason. The answers await. Aha! I feel stronger now. No. How are you doing today, Peg? Thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It's so cozy. I really do hope it's not like the last film. I really do hope it's not like the last film, but it sounds like it is. As in, you didn't feel like the last one was as scary as it could have been. I actually didn't realise that there was more of a spin-off one, like The Last Key or something, wasn't there? I'm currently enjoying some crisps, aka chips here in America. Correct, Fenris, yes. Hi, Gamerly, how are you? Yeah, no. I am really good. My sister comes back today from London, and I think we're going to go see Guardians. Yay! Yay, that's going to be great. I hope you have the best time. No, 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 no. Hello, and welcome to my humble abode. Feel free to have a look around. No. 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 Ah, I should message them and say, oh, fill in the form. Mel, rebooting. No. Holding the Lucozade bottle. I think that was what that got their attention, wasn't it? I don't want this email. Go away. Right, okay, so I'm not interested. Okay, cool. So then what I'm going to do is, can we drag this in? Damn it. Okay, no, we can't. No. All right, let's see. We're going to do file. We're going to go no, we're going to go place. Oh my God. Crimson, I did, didn't I? It was so, honestly, it was so amazing. The only thing, do you know what I didn't realise? And I felt a bit foolish. And this is not me, I really not intention to be ungrateful. I don't like the Lucozade energy drinks. I like their sports ones. And I thought it was the sports one. Oh my God. And when I found out and when I realised, I felt like a clown. I really did. I saw a PS5 can hold up to 4 terabytes. Oh, do you know what, Peck? Okay, no, this is... Okay, but for realsies, I will say... I feel nothing when consoles come out and they're like... And it's like X amount of terabytes. Because I look at them and I think, soon that won't be enough. So I don't... When they kind of like brag about a couple, I just see it as like, okay, cool, like 5 games are, it means nothing to me. It's never, yeah, right? And so I just kind of think like, well, I'm going to have to delete stuff anyway. And I've just kind of accepted my fate with that. Right, how many slides are on this PowerPoint? 28! I don't need all those though, right. Right, so these thumbnails, they can go a bit smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 8, 12. 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay, we can do 4 pages, that's no problem. 4 pages and then 1 page with the makeup look. Call of Duty like 250 gigabytes. What did I download the other day? Final Fantasy was 92 gigabytes. And I know, yeah. But it's 92 gigabytes and I didn't... Like, that's just one thing, isn't it? Maths with Mel. Yeah, let's not get our hopes up too much about Maths with Mel, okay? Just let's keep our expectations low on that one, shall we? Gonna need a NASA-sized hard drive to store. I wonder if it would be... Now, here's the thing. Now, I don't know enough about technology to be able to understand this, but I'm sure at some point, and correct me if I'm wrong, it would be a bit better to have it a bit more like Dropbox-like. So it is on the cloud, and then you could kind of get unlimited storage. But I understand, you know, people don't want to necessarily do that because hard drives and like losing, and then access to the internet and stuff. But I kind of feel like that's the direction it might have to go in. Because they're just too big. Like, no matter what, you know full well that you're going to have to... Oh, I'm such an idiot. Hang on a minute. Sorry, I did that wrong. Right, and then this page gets recreated 4 times, and then I can drop them all in quicker. Right, back to the top. Oh, Fenris is so sweet. Problem is limited data and the speed it takes. Right, so it's this. Oh, right, so that's the problem then, the speed. Yeah, so I mean, I'm lucky in the sense that I am really blasé and rather relaxed about a lot of... What just happened there? I'm really blasé and I'm quite relaxed about deleting games. I don't feel anything when I delete them. I just don't really care, and I remove them because I've played it, so I'm not bothered. But I know that there's people out there who are a bit different to that and are really upset and bothered about removing their games because they might come back and they, you know, they've got multiple games going at the same time, because that's just not something I would do. How big is Microsoft Flight Simulator? Andy plays Microsoft Flight Simulator all the time. She's so funny. She's like, I crashed. Okay, good. Now that I've done that, I need to put the text boxes in of all the notes we've made regarding who's saying what. If I'll save this first. Documents, TwitchCon panel. PowerPoint cards. Microsoft Flight Sim is 150 gigabytes. Thank you so much. Exactly V6, that's the problem. That's the way they want things to go, so you never own or have full access to the games unless you give access to it, so they can remove a game you've bought and resell it to you later on a new platform. I'm becoming one of them there, Gamerly. Oh, what am I doing? I can just put the actual high res in. Ah, you liked it. Thank you so much. I tried really hard. That's what I was doing last week. It was particularly stressful. So you can reinstall them later. I mean, the thing is... Sorry. I just sent back a whole voice recording, and I had accidentally pressed something with my ear, so it didn't record it. Yeah, Nostra, I'm I'm a bit scared. It really is every time I like pick a destination, isn't it? Right, guys, got another client confirmed. Add guest. I despise all the digital. Sorry, I despise the all digital future these console manufacturers are steering things towards. It's more profit for them, and they can sell you a license to access something that you don't actually own. Yeah, I feel pretty weird about it, to be honest with you. It's not great for games preservation. No, especially in like a world where, you know, you want to have access to a lot of stuff, and if you want to play a game offline. What happened if the internet just died? Then what, you know? I wish there was more. I really do. Like, I wish there was also more options. It's kind of why I was really wanted to make sure I got the disc version of the PS5, because I knew, so for some stuff I wanted to get the physical disc. The storage is a problem. But what would you guys say is the best option for? Yeah, it's all losty. What would you guys say is the best option for storage? Just put more in it, or find some kind of solution. What would you say? is a lot of physical releases don't even have the game anymore. Yes, V6. That is exactly a frustration that I think as well. I think one of the things that... Okay, so I get annoyed about this. I know it's gone too far with it, that it's not necessarily going to make... I mean, maybe it can make a comeback. One of the things that annoys me is how you have to pay so much more to get the DLC. But then they sell you half the game for like 70 quid. Why? Like, just do the whole thing. So, like, that's already extortionate. Hi, Dante. Thank you so much. Metal Bob Ross. Oh my gosh, I'm admin Bob Ross today. Like Alan Wake and Starfield are indicating they won't even make a physical version. I wonder how it affects their cost-wise. Like, I know obviously it's not going to be like too crazy, but I genuinely wonder, like, how much does it cost to also release a physical version? £3 or £4. Oh my god, Witchy, sometimes the DLC is like 40 or something though, isn't it? And you just think like, look for a deal on an SSD and that'll work on the PS5 and store your games on there. Or I believe that you can store games on an external drive, external hard drive or SSD. Just won't be able to play them until you transfer them to the main one, but you still have the game backed up. Does that work well for a lot of people who do a lot of multiplayer? Because we were mentioning that earlier, didn't we? It's incredibly costly. Yeah, I guess maybe people don't really know what the solution is, really. You know what I mean? Like we don't have an obvious solution. Excuse me. That much extra. I wonder if they would do like a limited amount, like a limited run. But then I also think though that they're going to go towards just non-disc versions of consoles anyway, aren't they? Really, that looks like the way it's going to go. Considering PlayStation 5 is like you can, but it'll be cheaper. Alan Wake's reason was basically if they do a disc version, it needs to be in a completable state, and then they will require a day one patch to look good, and that will need to happen much earlier than if they go all digital. Then they can work on the game pretty much up to the release. So to that, feel free to like disagree and stuff. I genuinely don't mind. What's the rush? What are we rushing for? But surely they'd still get the same amount of money if they released it like a little bit later. But again, you know, I'm not... It's more like a discussion. They probably earned more if they released the game in full and wasn't as buggy. But this is kind of what I'm thinking. Like, if you release a very completed, perfect game, would that not be better? I'm not saying like, oh no, yeah. But like, would it not be better to do that? AAA development costs hundreds of millions. It's 4 to 5 years for a title now. I wonder if, as gamers, some of us, some have become overly critical about certain games. What do you think? I saw somebody complaining that they didn't like that in the new Spider-Man game that hasn't been released yet. They didn't like that Spider-Man was web swinging the same way that he was web slinging in the previous game. And they were angry that it hadn't been updated. And I think when I was reading the comments to try and understand what on earth they were talking about, they were saying something like, they said it was going to be updated, but it hasn't. But I kind of also feel like, I don't think it matters. Like, it doesn't mean it's a bad game. Like, it looks good. But this is what I'm wondering now. If it's buggy or there's no proper direction to tell you what to do. Yeah, usually for me, I'm like, oh, it doesn't really feel like it's for me, I suppose. Ken, honestly, that's what I was thinking. So, that's. I mean, to me, it was wild, but you know, and then a lot of people were like, yes. And it's just bizarre to me. But then again, like maybe I've got completely different like priorities with games. Like I'm just like, oh, the story was good. Nice. In the GameCube PS2 games, the game was done unpolished on the disc. Or, yeah, right, V6. That's what I kind of thought a bit more about. Half-done games and relying on patches. Yes, I agree. That thing does annoy me. It comes out and it's not done, and then you've got poor devs, you can feel the sweat coming through the patches of the game when it's been released, and you can feel the tension almost. It's not like, oh, it's been released and it's good to go. So, in a lot of, when I cover a lot of games and they send a contract, this to me is so interesting. They do this thing where at the end of the the briefing document, because okay, for those who don't know how it works with like streamers and stuff, when you're gifted a game or whatever, you get given something like called an embargo, and it's almost like a briefing document, and you get an embargo as well to be like, you can't say anything about this or this, you can't play the game, you can't say you've received the game, you can't say you've had a copy, you can't say you've been playing the game, you cannot say anything. It's so secret, and you have to be like, okay, no problem. If somebody says, have you been playing this game for a week? And you have, you say no. You just, no. You don't know anything about it. Even if you could have been doing, because YouTubers would pre-record the content to go live as soon as the embargo hits, right? So that's why that's in place. Live streamers will play the game when the embargo lifts. But when you get an embargo document, you also get things like, like I'm going to think of a game where everyone knows, like, some of the plot twists. So say, like, oh, in Tomb Raider, you can't get to the point where her mum dies. You can't show that. But obviously, you having not played the game, you're like, thanks. So you read it knowing that I can't spoil the game for you guys, but the game has been spoiled for me. So I sometimes know things. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. But at the end of these documents, there's a section now that says known problems. And it goes through the list of, and the list is usually quite extensive, of all the bugs that are in games. And it's like, so these problems we know about. Don't do this and avoid it. Or like, these are known problems. And they'll just come out with patches. And I always look at it and I always think like, why? But you, okay. I've just never understood. But that's just general practice now. Known problems. I actually haven't checked, Witchy. V6, do you know what? I do think that is not just a problem with the video game world, but it's such a problem with the digital world as well, because that's where graphic design was going. When it came to like people doing digital design, they were just like, oh, it doesn't matter because if it, you know, if there's a spelling mistake, we'll just fix it after the website's gone live. We can fix it anytime. And I was just kind of like, that's really not how this needs to. It's strange, I think. I just think it's strange. Sorry, Gimli, I missed what you said. They have investors and shareholders, and they need to answer. They need to answer to show profits by a certain point. So they have to get a game out by a certain point. Really? I didn't know that there was that, because I just thought like, well, in an ideal world, you think everyone works together as a team, don't you? Mel, it's a battle I fight on the daily right now. Is it? V6, sorry, I raised a touchy subject. I remember when No Man's Sky went live and it was, yeah, witchy. But the thing is, my problem with that is if you say No Man's Sky to anyone, they think, oh, the game that was bad when it came out. Even if it's fine now, the Fallout game, the Cyberpunk game, everyone's like, that game was terrible. And it still stops people from playing because they're like, that was the bad game. You know? Oh, it wasn't good. Oh, I had a bad history. And then I think when you start playing it, you're like looking for things. It's like a mental thing, isn't it? Right, I've made these PowerPoint cards while we were doing that, which is great work. Really print 2 copies, but my printer's balked. It does, Ken. They will move it. Yeah, they'll move it so it doesn't come out with another massive title the same week, if they can. I can't tell you what, but I had some games moved, and my contract's slightly altered because they saw that another AAA title was being released at the same week, and they didn't want a clash, so they'll move their release. That is 100% a thing. And so I don't normally, so I'll know like might be working on a game like a couple of months in advance, or sometimes 6 months in advance, and sometimes a week. Usually the bigger games, they'll be like, move the release. It's gonna clash with say GTA was gonna come out. I would change it to the same day. That'd be so funny, wouldn't you? So if you imagine like GTA 6 was going to come out, and at the same day, I don't know, the next Call of Duty game was going to come out, or the same week, they do it the whole week. One of them will move it. Absolutely not. One of them will move it to a different week. They won't chance it. A lot with, yeah, they'll move it. It would be funny if they both moved it. Okay, so we've done the PowerPoint cards. That was really important. Can I just turn that off now? 24-hour report. I don't need to do that yet because it hasn't been 24 hours. Create that for print. They want the most hype cycle they can get. Absolutely, they need to get it like as much as they can. Right, so invoice, and I need to go through a form. So this is the form first because the form leads to the invoice. It's so interesting, like learning the back end and the ins and outs of everything. I just think it's fascinating, like how much I just didn't know. Not in a bad way, like, oh, I wish I knew. But it's fascinating. Document. I don't have Microsoft Word. Let me open this with Google Form. it is good to know. Does anybody else just hate like Microsoft Word and everything now that you've started using Google Docs and Google Slides? You just hate Microsoft. I do. Speaking of release windows, I hear the new Flash movie is being released to home. Why, Ken? I liked it with the Batman. Yeah, you like. There's so much that I think you don't necessarily realise, and like the different roles that so many people have to play is really interesting. Also, guys, I'm nearly at the end of this horrendous Doctor Who notebook. We're so close. We're so close to finishing this notebook, and then I can move on. For anybody who doesn't know, I have so many notebooks. I'm trying to go through all of them because I think they're all ugly. So I use them as my to-do lists every day and like just general stuff. So I'm trying to go through it as much as possible. It's been tough. I'm nearly at the end of this Doctor Who one, and then afterwards I might get you guys to pick which notebook goes now. I've got like 14 notebooks to go through, and I hate all of them. Oh, sorry. Flash tanked hard. I think DC would be better at maybe considering who they cast for certain things. Lucrative and finances who are not from the game world demand game release to get back stakes and make a profit, but on the cost of the developers and the game performance. Sorry, hope I make sense. Yes, you do. That makes sense. It's like it's coming from people who don't know enough about the industry, who are the investors, and they're putting pressure on people who know what's not possible, and it creates tension and it makes it really hard. That makes sense. They actually stated it would have lost less money had it been a direct digital release. That's not good, is it?
Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
Can you fit through the armrests of the chair? What do you think I am? A mouse? Can you? Don't worry, Nostro, I can read tired language. Ugh. I'm waiting for some more information on this. I don't know if you guys are, but I am. Go on. So go on then, like what? Yeah, look, we're all waiting. Fed, did you want some attention? because there's 113 people right now waiting for you to say your next line. So you've got all the attention that you want. The floor is yours. What is it you want to say? We're all waiting for it. There's a lot of people waiting to see what you're going to say next. We don't know. You've caught us by surprise. Congratulations. That's the first key step, isn't it? Go on. Go on. You want some attention? What is it you want? All right, Dan, we should make some notes. It's going to be good. Go on. Steps on how to fit through the armrest. Oh, guys, I think they got scared. I think we scared them away. I don't think we gave them the attention that they wanted. Shame. I know, what a shame. My heart, yeah, exactly, right. A terrible day. Oh well. You mean I wasted all that popcorn for nothing? I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, Peter. Yeah, it seems like that's what's happened. Dragon bag! Are we allowed to know the details? Yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna run through some... Okay, so look, it's gonna be a bit of a multitasking chaotic nightmare, right, Witchy? Would you expect anything less? No. So Cassie and I are gonna talk through some professional tips from doing makeup, which you probably already know the answers to all of those anyway. But what we wanna do is, for those people who feel a little bit uncomfortable starting with makeup, we want to just make sure that people have a little bit of a basic knowledge for the makeup that they're applying when they start. You'll be gifted a makeup bag as well. You'll be gifted a makeup goodie bag. So there'll be some little bits that you'll be gifted if you get there early enough. Now, please know that this is a first come, first serve basis. I already know some of the stuff you're going to get given because I've got them. I got 250 eyeliners sitting behind me, which I'm planning to smuggle to France. So you'll be gifted some makeup if you get there early enough. It's a first come, first serve basis, and it'll be set up like a classroom. We'll be going through some tips and tricks of doing some makeup, especially for those people who haven't done makeup before, who might feel a little bit shy. And I'm going to be comparing the differences between doing makeup in general and also doing makeup for live streaming, and comparing to how people do makeup for television. Because I don't think there's really much of a difference, to be honest with you. So we'll be discussing that. I'll be answering some of the most frequently answered questions that I get. So an average week supply. Yeah, they're just sitting behind me. Any live questions from the chat. So it's not going to be live streamed from what I can see. Sorry, is something sticking in my eye? with the armrest. So from what I can see, it's not going to be live streamed for definite, but we're going to do our best to see what we can do. The issue is I asked them and they said that the Wi-Fi in that room might be a little bit sketchy. But I'm going to do my best. And then we're going to be doing a makeup look at the same time. And we'll be answering questions that people have put on Twitter. And then we'll be taking questions from the audience. Hi Albeck, how are you?
So, why do you wear makeup? You really don't need to wear makeup, because I think you look really good with it.
I'll be answering those questions. I'll be telling everyone just take your makeup off because one guy in my DM said I didn't need makeup. So we're just going to throw it all in the bin. That's it. That's the panel. So why do you wear makeup? I'm going to be like, I don't. I'm just gaslight you this entire time. This entire time has been... I didn't do makeup today. Live, love, gaslight. Only here to... I'm not doing that. How do I insert a text box? Insert. Okay, look, the issue with me being a graphic designer is that I'm so used to doing extremely powerful programs to do anything that when I try and use a normal program, I'm like, I don't know, how do I write something? Okay, I'm going to add a 1. Do this. Gaslight Girl Boss Gatekeep Makeup Edition. Oh my gosh. I literally don't know what I'm doing. Add a comment. I didn't want to add a comment. I put on a text box. I feel oh, here we go. No, I feel so foolish. Oh my god, I feel like a clown. How to add text box in Google Docs. Go to insert and then click drawing. Are you joking? Insert drawing. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's a text box somewhere else I can copy. Alright, well I can't do it. It doesn't matter. What if this goes there? Ah, here we go. I can cheat it to make it look like I've written on it. Alright, here we go. Supplier request form. Is bread toast? Next question. How hard is it to mirror the makeup from one side to another? Pretty easy if you don't look. If no one pays attention. Really hard if people start paying attention to what you're doing. Why do you think I'm so distracting on stream? Well, I don't talk about, we talk about cows' lawsuits. Hi, Olivia. Keep writing best wises. We're not talking about cowboys again. We can. It's my stream. We'll talk about what I want. No, no, please. How do cartoon animals wear pants? Did you see that? Did you say I found a new word? How cats wear pants? I did asymmetrical spots instead. Makes sense. Generally, I love asymmetrical stuff. Just so you know, as a general thing, I don't really like symmetrical things. I don't like symmetrical kitchen designs. I don't like symmetrical hair. I just don't really like. Not for me. I'm not like I hate someone who has it. That's not what I'm saying. I just don't really. I wouldn't want it for myself. I wouldn't want like symmetrical rooms. I don't really like symmetrical logos. I generally like everything to be pretty offset. I don't like symmetrical stuff. So it makes it easy for me. You said it's okay to disagree. I lied. No, I'm just kidding. Are cat pants different? No. They're still quadrupedal. Any advice? I'll show you what I found and I popped it in Discord. Oh, hang on, a client message. Is it true you're actually secretly one of England's Power Rangers? Fenris, if I told you that, it wouldn't be a secret, would it? Toxic. Bush, how are you doing today? Perfect on both sides, I'm okay with it. Put some out false eye. Get good at putting false eyelashes on and no one will ever know. All we know is we never see Mel and the Power Rangers together in the same room. I'm going to check some releases. Hang on a minute, I'm talking to a client. Yeah, that's fine. I need to add that to my calendar. Morning, Zach! How are you doing today? Good morning, Bush. Does that make the mods your Zordon? I don't know who Zordon is, but yes. Star Wars Lady is Zordon number 1. Toasty is Zordon number 2. Theo is Zordon number 5. Then the Zordon... Did I say 3? Are they part Zordon? So Toasty is the Z. Hang on, so Toasty is the Z. Star Wars Lady is the O. How do we spell this? Theodora is the R. Billy is the D. Ellen Z is the O again. And then Elise is the N. And then Dusty is the syllables for for Zordon. Yes. And Kalo is tech support, so Kalo is the full stop that you would use at the end. Look, this is complicated to do. I mean, it's a video. You went 2 to 5? It's a video I made. Okay. Sorry, just... A butterfly just headbutted my window. I'm so glad I got the window shut. Don't come in. Alright, we have done so well so far. Okay, so I have emailed the form. We've done that. What else? Okay, added an outfit pics in photos. Hang on. I love it. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I don't think if I ordered something now from Killstar though it would arrive in time. That looks so cool. Is that from the Killstar website, Nostru? What a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous hat as well. Holy hell! Mr. Piggy? I don't know if Mr. Piggy's lurking. I'm not trying to pull you out of lurk. Mr. Piggy's Microsoft Flight Simulator setup is awesome. That is so cool. Wow. That's awesome. Hi, Mo. How are you doing today? That's crazy stuff. Oh, that's nice. I'm happy for you. Okie dokie. Alright, guys, it's Friday. Friday. We're doing well on Friday. What? Okay, I need to check if the invoice has been paid. Oh, they're sad if not. I crash a lot of planes. That's what's fun about my Microsoft Flight Simulator, though, isn't it? No consequences. Alright, so presentation is good to go. Oh, I actually can't make the invoice yet because I've got to process that first. Oh, Nostro! Oh. I think actually that top is also from Killstar. I do. It's ready to go anytime. Yes, it's called the Celestial Bodies top. Yeah, Celestial Bodies, £40. It's quite expensive for a top, but it is beautiful. Right, we've done everything on the to-do list. Except, guess, a laser pointer. pointer. No, spending money for the sake of it. Save money. Okay, let's cross that off. Don't need it. Okay, so then later on during movie night, I think I'm gonna pack for TwitchCon. Which means that now I continue painting the Crocs. And we keep an eye on socials. We keep an eye on messages from clients. In the meantime, awesome. We go back. We go back to what we were doing yesterday. Hungry. Okay, so I'm going to do the flowers. All the extra stuff like this, the paint doesn't adhere too well, so I need to do a few layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on painting these flowers, and then I can always top those layers back up. So let's go get the drawing. Yay, working time. Yeah, Narnia. More drawing. Hang on, the client messaged me. Oh, thank you so much, Biscuit. Thank you. Oh, no, I need to think of the hydrate. Need to get some more water soon. No, these are actually leather paints. However, hang on, I got another email. These are actually leather paints. Thank you so much, Biscuit. Thank you for 6 months. Something of great importance in the food Discord. Okay, I'll have a look in just a second. Thank you so much. I'm actually using leather paints. When it comes to these Crocs, painting on rubber is difficult. Like it's a difficult material to paint because usually it's dyed within it. So what I'm doing is I'm actually using Angelus paints. These paints are actually more designed for leather. The reason why I'm using them on the Crocs is because Angelus, the brand, did a test on YouTube where they painted Crocs with Angelus paints. And they looked pretty okay. These Crocs, I know, though, are designed really for display purposes only. So that's why I'm not too worried about it. If you're going to be... But, you know, if they're not... I know they wore them for like a week and there was a little bit of cracking. But I know that these aren't... They're not going to be worn. Like, they're a size 7 and they're meant to be designed for me. But I'm just going to leave... I'm probably going to leave them at the booth. So I know that, and so I've taken that in mind. It's the easiest thing to get hold of and move these colours quickly. thank you so much for the applause. Thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you. It's very interesting to see all the neat items you have on your desk. Okay, real. Let's not be shady and use the word neat. Painting on that material is no joke. Yeah, it's really hard painting on rubber. So that's why I was like, okay, so I know for the purposes of this, it's display only. So that's why I decided to go for this in general. So would I recommend it for actual use? No, probably not. Yes, for sneakers and, you know, like trainers, Doc Martens. But for a croc, thank you so much. Looks amazing. I could smell it. Huh? Oh, did it fall over? Do you need some tape or something? Oh, you got it. Thank you. I got some lunch first now, guys. That's great for that. But yeah, Crocs is particularly hard. Look at all these messy things. All right. These, I need to put them in boxes and stuff. Like, that's good to go. I actually had this on the table because yesterday the Crocs client, I knew that they were lurking and I knew they wanted to see it. They told me if I paint the Crocs to tell them, so that's what I was doing yesterday. So they were in here to see what I was doing. Okay. Oh wait, hang on, I've got an email. That sounds absolutely horrific. I'm reaching out to you from an AI-powered platform revolutionizing celebrity fan interaction. Every single one of your fans can have private, personal conversations with your own AI avatar anytime they want. I'm just gonna... No, thank you. Wow! What? What's the worst that could happen? So small bowl, yes. So this is soup pasta. It's a common edition Hong Kong. It's really nice. Soup pasta's great. No, thank you. File that under a no. Right. Yep. Well, good. Another email that I'm just. We don't need to do anything with that. Let me top up my water. 1 sec. Did we actually, Biscuit? I don't watch Black Mirror, so I haven't seen it, so...
Charge complete.
Thanks, headphone lady. Besides, AI mail will be based off the professional tweets, not the chaotic disaster. Chaotic disaster is a really good... Do you know what, Biscuit? This is why I think it's so funny when people follow me on social media versus actually coming into these streams. On social media, I genuinely think like I just look like a professional person who's just posting nice makeup pictures, and I try to change it out, but I feel like my tweets don't come across the same way. But when you actually talk in here, and you genuinely see, like, I think when you read tweets from me having been in here, you totally understand how the tone of voice I'm saying these tweets in. If you just follow me on Twitter, no chance. Who's this Twitter in this economy? Hello. So these productivity streams. Guys, I have an unpaid invoice. My client is really angry, and she said to me that she's gonna yell at someone else because she doesn't want to make me sad. She's so nice. Oh, hi Tuco, how are you? Oh, yes, in Discord. I've never seen these. Oh my god. Biscuit. I've never seen them at all. How strange. They look like something you get in a quality street though. Oh my gosh, Ella. Yeah, you're doing it in hard mode. That's cute though, I love that. What are you guys working on today? Outfits is a lot. Hi Carlos, how are you doing today? Oh my god, hang on. I forgot. I needed to pay the electricity bill. Biscuit, you're so clumsy. Oh, Lily! Both of us together then. Oh, that's a good idea, Nostro. Yeah, look for a black poncho. Oh, yeah, thank you. Nostro, does your friend have a username or something I can refer to, refer or address her as? For fashion, Biscuit. Does your girlfriend have a name or a username that or something that I can refer to her as? I always do this thing where I eat all of the vegetables and then I leave the pasta and the dumplings for the end and the soup. My favourite part. Gosh, you know what? I did not realise how hungry I was. Oh. Guys, if you don't write my name on that, you're getting a ban. I'm joking, I'm joking. Oh my gosh, my nose! Oh. Lily. Lily, Lily, Lily. Lily, you've been spending too much time around Ellen Z's jokes. The lot of you have. Okay, guys, so streamer on lunch break. Then we're going to paint these Crocs. No worries, yeah, Nostro. That's what I thought. That's what I thought I'd ask. Lily, it's so true, though, isn't it? Who's gonna take the reins? It's Lily. Lily LNZ. Guys, I know this is really silly, but I'm really sad because next week I won't be streaming as much, and I'm really upset about it. Oh, sugar. Whoa! Oh my man's made me do math for nothing. Oh my gosh, Ella, that sounds so. Ella, I'm not saying you deserved it, but what I'm wondering, having spent an hour doing editing selfies, did that make up for the hour of work? Extreme maths. Oh, hang on, I've received a briefing document. Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying you deserve it. But it feels a little bit like they squeezed like 2 hours of work into your brain over the course of the last 20 minutes. I remember telling the student over the phone that he wouldn't have a portion of his payment before he turned in his paperwork, though, so I'm mostly salty for that reason. Yeah, very like, I already told you this, and now you've come back to me shocked. Why are you surprised? Right, let me read this. Let me read this briefing document while I finish my lunch. Ow! Alright. Jesus Christ! My schedule next week just got even more hectic. I gotta do some sprinting! It's a good job I'm an extreme makeup athlete. I gotta get you on those hoverboards. Why haven't they invented teleportation yet? I need it. Mark all copies of yourself. I just was talking to my friend and I was like, oh my god, we're not gonna get time to see each other next week, and I just got information that she's gonna be on one of the panels with me. That's nice.
Charge complete.
Thank you, headphone lady. Hey Majin, so I just received a briefing document, so I'm having to run through it quickly ahead of a call that I've got on Monday. Once I've gone through the briefing document and told them that it's all good, then I'm going to carry on painting the shoes yesterday. This morning, I've gone through everything on my to-do list except finishing painting the shoes. And I'm doing general client discussions today, where I'm talking to them on like Discord. I'm booking in meetings for next week. Yeah, and I'm just going through a briefing document at the moment, so not much. Okay. Right, so let me see. Actually, somebody else has messaged me, so 1 p.m. Sunday. Okay. That's all good. I agree. Hang on, I've got another client message. Yes, Switchy, yes. I think I sounded a little bit like an Osuke then. What do you guys think? Another client meeting booked in. Now we can make this blue. Now we just have to wait for one more, and then that's all of them sorted. Okay, hang on, I've got another email. Hi, Hulk. How are you? All the things. Things are happening left, right, and center. I know, wild. I feel like I can't think. Okay. Okay. That's good. Right, let me go back to the Discord, to the... okay, we're nearly there. Okay, we're nearly there. Think. Okay. Is there anywhere else that I've received a message? No, I haven't responded. We are good to get... Nope, 2 messages. Okay, now we're good. All right. Great work. Then, then I need to add in these phone numbers for ease of contact during TwitchCon. So let me add these people to my phone. You know what? Part of me is really starting to consider, like, maybe if I really should seriously consider just getting a a work phone and a personal phone, because I think that it feels weird having everything in one. All right, okay. Yay, Witchy! Is there anything in particular that you like getting art of? Like any kind of prints? Or are you just happy with pretty much everything? Not necessarily. Oh, yeah, no, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, but this is generally what my day is like every day. Which was why I thought I was like, I'm just going to start showing you guys, because I'm always like, oh, I'm busy. But I felt like, you know, I didn't want people to think that I was lying or anything. Not that, you know, you thought that, but there is a lot to do. Hi, Dusty. 1 second, another client's emailed me. I had a drawing done of myself by the sweetest artist, but sadly this year they didn't accept her space. I wonder why. I thought Artist Alley looked bigger this year. Yeah, Witchy, I don't know how that's going to work. I've just been informed that taxis are going to be arranged for me. Kalo, how are you? Good, thank you, Kalo. I'm doing work days now because I had so much going on that I just felt awful for cancelling streams. So I came to the conclusion, what if I just stream all the time? If I always stream while I do my work, then you guys will see the stress of what's going on of my con crunch. But also, then I'm streaming. It's like the true... So I'm just here working. That's the conclusion I've come to. I'm just doing this now. Because, yeah, because I don't know what else to do, so... True Mel show, Mel did a big brain. I was like, if I just stream the whole thing and be like, I'm reading a contract, then everyone knows what's going on. Okay, after being rudely interrupted by my job, I finally finished compiling all of my outfits into one 13-second video. I love the priorities. I'm so here for it. Iconic behavior. Love that. Right, how's my progress? I've just been doing lots of messages with clients, booking in meetings. And now I've got to go back to the secret mod guest appearance. The rare mod. Well, So I've just been doing loads of emails regarding that, preparing everything. Tonight, during movie night, I'm going to be packing. I also need to book my Hong Kong trip in November. You're amazing. Thank you. Are you going to be okay? Okay. Let me just check I don't have a missed call after just quickly speaking to Ghost. We're good. All right. Ghost gave me a cup of tea. Shit. Okay. There we go. All right, we got a cup of tea. Okay, so back we go. We're painting the Crocs. Okay, and let me see. I've got everything open in case I get a message. There. Where did Twitter go? We accidentally closed Twitter. There. All right. Good. And then I have my Croc reference photo open on the side. And now, if I put that here, I can see everything. If I get a message. All right. I got this. This is how I set myself up every day. If I need to, there's one. That's a message. So I set myself up so I can see everything because I get messaged. I get sent. I get spoken to in quite a few different places. So all right, there we go. All right, all good, all good, all good. Nice. Okay. Good work. Great work, everyone. Let's get back to painting these Crocs. Oh yeah, these ones. Yeah, they were my test piece. I just wanted to see if I could get the paint to like work with me. So I had a bunch of blues and whites. So I thought maybe I'll do that. Okay, Lo. Oh my god, hang on a minute. Oh no. Hang on, guys, I'm gonna go back to the emails. I think it's quite funny when I do it with you guys because I suppose you guys have never really seen like how hard it is to just sit and do one thing. There's been times before I've gotten mad and I've just like refused to talk to anyone. What? That's a good idea. All right. Okay. Hang on a minute. There's another message. Right. Hang on a minute. Oh my goodness gracious. It's like I can't even start doing anything. It's hang on. Okay. There we go. All right, there we go. Let's see. Okay. All right, now I'm going to look at my Crocs, and we're not going to look at these messages again. That's what we're going to do. We're going to ignore everything. Okay. I'm ignoring it now. I'm ignoring it. This has been too much. I've been trying to get to this for like an hour and a half. Right. We're not looking at it anymore. Guys, I'm going to need you to be really distracting for me so that I'm so distracted I don't look at my messages anymore, because quite clearly it's... But what if we get another AI email? Honestly though, can you imagine? Oh my god, like what could possibly go wrong? Oh my gosh, I swear to god. Do you know what? I genuinely think I receive some really silly emails, like at least like at least twice a day sometimes now. And that's a silly thing to suggest. What a silly thing. That's so silly. Alright, well we're painting the Crocs now. Yes, some practice ones. Kalo, this is a plot. I think you work with Google and you're going to send me these, so I'd have to pay for more storage. Done spam calls every day. Yeah, that's true. I'm really lucky that I don't tend to get spam calls. Ghost gets loads of spam calls though. I don't know, but I kind of think he's done something. So Ghost set up all of my phone stuff, and for some reason now, like, he gets all the spam calls and I don't. Which I have noticed, and it probably doesn't have anything to do with it, but part of me was wondering if it had a small thing. You never got any in the UK? Yeah, Ghost is like that, but with 3 to 4 a week. So I don't really know like how. But I don't receive them anymore. I received one earlier this year, actually, and it made me... No, I didn't receive it. It was on Ghost's phone, but he was receiving so many. So I started answering instead. And it was really awful. It was really, really awful. So there's this thing that you can do where they're not allowed to talk to you if you're under the age of 16. So oftentimes when they ask, you can just be like, oh, I'm like, I usually say like, oh, like I'm 15, like I can't. And then they usually just put the phone down and they like they don't ring you again. So I tried that, and they said some really awful things, and I was really upset actually. So I don't think I'll do that again. But yeah, it used to be like the easiest way to make them stop calling, by like lying about your age, because they couldn't actually speak to you if you're below a certain age. But yeah, it actually didn't matter in the end. Okay. I'm kind of nervous. I hope these Crocs are going to look okay. Are almost all automated, as in like you're speaking to a robot on the other end. It's usually right, okay. Yeah, well, actually, I suppose there's a difference between spam. Would you say there's a difference between spam and scam calls? I don't know. Would you say there is? I guess in my head, I wouldn't say there was a difference. Both are unwanted. Scam calls are subset of spam calls. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like a subset, yeah. Like the same kind of thing, but live under a different tier. Yes! Oh my god, Zap. Or like, if you just sit there and listen, and you just don't say anything, right? And they reply to you as if you said something, and you're like, no way. I can't drive. Yeah, right. Kalo, this FTC thing that you've just yeah. I have seen so many things where people don't follow, and I think it's becoming quite alarming. Okay, I get calls about my car and my car insurance all the time when I've never owned a car. That and like banks I've never interacted with, social security things. Yeah. So, Kaylo, I think the only thing for me is to overlay the word ad into the video, because from what I've understood previously, you don't have to, but, you know, good if you remember. And I actually forgot to do it on the Insidious. So I kept saying Insomniacs. Insidious one, so I'll make a note to do that in the future as well. But the thing that I think makes me really frustrated is, to me, a lot of these are really obvious. Funny of you to assume I've got a car. So guys, it looks like the FTC have updated their endorsement guidelines for influencers, and if you're interested here, a lot of these I would never do anyway. So Kaylo, one of the things that was quite interesting, in my opinion, was right. So you see, I don't know how long. I don't know if you've seen this before, Kaylo, but we had this discussion about a month ago. So here's the thing. I mean, it's no word of a lie that I get gifted a lot of nice products, but I also continue to use them. But furthermore, I actually buy a lot of these products myself, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. This microphone was gifted, and I got paid to do a campaign with HyperX. Yep, so this microphone was gifted. But some people would say that because this microphone is gifted and it's on screen, this stream is an advert. I wouldn't class this stream as an advert, but some people would say it was. But then, like, this is where to me it gets complicated. I didn't pay for that, but apparently that's classed as an advert. But the most complicated thing, I think, is... So hear me out. This is where it gets... I think this is where it gets messy. And I know I'm thinking about myself, but this is kind of where I'm a bit like, okay. Right, so... I'll put this where everyone can see it. Gosh, where do I put the microphone? Okay, so... That's been gifted to me by the company. So that's an advert. I bought that one with my own money. So that's not an advert. I use so many makeup products that if I use this one, technically it wouldn't be classed as an advert because I'm using one I bought myself. But now it's classed as an advert because I'm using one that was gifted. Advert inception. It's the same product, but this is where it gets really messy. But it's because it's gifted, right, Zap? So I made this ad disclaimer, which comes up in the chat, but also that's the problem, Kalo. Where do you stop? is my issue. So with the chat disclaimer, I've made it so it's also on in the chat here. So I'm making sure that my chat bot is always on the screen. So if you were to clip anything, it's always in there as well. I get gifted a lot. These Crocs, gifted. But now I'm preparing for a job. This stream right now is not paid. I'm preparing for a job in the future. So do I now have to class this stream as paid? Furthermore, what the client tends to pay for is the final video. But this stream then isn't sponsored. Another problem is they class gifting. You wouldn't be able to see it big enough, Zap. Then there's rules around that as well. Because you have to have it very clear. There's rules around gifting. If something has been gifted to you, it's classed as an advert, which in my opinion is wrong. In my opinion, you should say gifted. So that's why I say ad/gifted for things that have been gifted. And I'll use the word ad if I've been paid. I don't think that's wrong. Like 3%. I think they scrapped that, but my issue is if I do small things like that, where do I stop? These are consumable items that I'd have to write ad on. You probably wouldn't even see it. If I wrote ad on this microphone and I wrote it there, but then I rotated my microphone and I did that, you can't see it. So then what do? I write it everywhere. I think the problem is that these advertising standards, they make a lot of sense for vertical videos and things that go up on social media, but they actually work really strange for Twitch streamers. And I suppose ultimately my frustration has come down to there have been so many people who have been bending the rules and trying to not disclose that they are being paid by a company that we've resulted in something like this. Every 10th frame in the video, I just write ad in the slight corner on most of them, but it becomes really frustrating. I've never thought that writing tagging a brand is enough. I've never thought that, but it's bizarre to me that people seem to think that they can get away with that. But my biggest thing, I will say, is I don't think there are a lot of the same rules in other countries. And I don't want I'm not going to start doing a thing where we're going to slaughter a bunch of other countries, because that's not fair. That's not the intention. And if someone does that, I'm going to get really annoyed. But it seems to me as though those rules don't apply in those countries. However, because social media is global, you have to consider that the rules, that the video will be seen in other countries where the rules need to apply, which then ultimately makes the FTC rules not just a US rule, but a global rule as a whole. So you have to follow the guidelines worldwide, because your video will not just be shown, for instance, in Russia. Your video will be shown in globally. You have no control over who's seeing the video, and so if it goes through and it doesn't cover the FTC guidelines and it gets shown to a lot of US audience, maybe goes viral in the US, then you are under fire. Right, exactly, Lily, and I think that's the thing that's really frustrating for me, is like some of these rules they don't really make sense for everyone. They don't make a lot of sense for me, because I bought that. I didn't buy that. And I've always done, and this is really not my intention to be like, I've done the best. That's really not what my intention is. I feel really frustrated because I have always been like, this was gifted. I like it, but make up your mind on whether you like it. But if you listen to what I say, take into consideration that I didn't pay for this. You need to take that into consideration. So it's all well and good for me to say that I like it and I use it all the time, but I didn't buy it, and so I've always done my best to be really clear about that. So I think now it kind of feels like, now what? You know, it's very confusing. What if the rules are contradictory? How would you deal with it then? I think you would go, to me, I mean, I would probably go with, I don't think they would actually be contradictory. I think it's basically you've got to be better safe than sorry. I think I'd probably go with the Western rules. Right, Wild. I completely agree with you. I just wonder how long it is before it gets a bit like, because it's going to get even stricter. Just hire a lawyer and hope they're right. Right. Yep, but as per usual, a few who break the rules hardest are done to stop those people. It's 100% that, which is why I do feel really frustrated. To me, this is really obvious. Like, I didn't even know about this. De-influencing campaigns require disclosure. I've never heard of the word de-influencing before. So here's the context. If I'm a skincare influencer and I have an endorsement deal with a brand, if I post negative comments about a competing brand, why would you do this? Do I have to disclose my endorsement deal? Why would you even go about doing that? Why wouldn't you just say positive things about the one that you've been paid to? Why are you going and like hijacking the competition? That is bizarre to me. Yes, if you criticize a competitor or a brand that you are paid to endorse, you should disclose your paid relationship. It would likely affect the weight and credibility that your audience gives to your negative comments. That is crazy to me that people do that. That has come because that's a thing. That is mind-blowing. That is mind-blowing to me. Who has the time? A post doesn't have to mention anything positive about the brand to be considered an endorsement. This is so crazy to me as well. That's like me playing a game and just being like, and just playing the game, but I've been paid to do it or gifted it, and then saying like, because I didn't say anything positive about it, I didn't have to disclose it. That's ridiculous. What on earth is that? That's crazy. Yeah, here, foreign creators making content that will be seen by US consumers must comply with the FTC rules. Tagging a brand is not sufficient enough to disclose relationship with that brand. Obviously. Obviously. That, to me, that's just so... I just can't... I'm so dumbfounded by the fact that these are having to be, like, official rules. Because people are doing it. You did really well in my eyes, but I asked for recommendations. You're immediately on it with saying you got it for free. Because it's so unfair on you. If I'm like, oh, just buy the most expensive one. That's not fair. Yeah, exactly. Like, why would you go around to the negative stuff? De-influencing is a huge trend right now, and it was just people stating facts about products. And some people's brand ambassadors decided to build on that and push a brand they work with without saying that they work with them by making a de-influencing video. I did not know that. I've seen a few when it comes to hair care, and I was like, the original intent of de-influencing videos was to give facts about viral products and how they apply to different... I did not know that. If you review many different products on your blog or social page, you need to specifically disclose which content is sponsored and which isn't. A blanket, some of this is sponsored disclosure won't cut it. That is bizarre to me. That is crazy. That is mind-blowing. You can't be like, some of it was. When you're writing a blog. Because which ones? But that is weird for me as a streamer. Because the stuff that you see on the stream. Wishlist stuff is completely different. That was gifted. That was gifted. That was gifted. That's for a job coming up. These are practices for a job, but they were gifted from companies. That makeup brush was gifted. I think that's all you can see on the stream. But everything else, like, that becomes complicated in my opinion for streamers. Yes, if you've got like a fridge in the background or something that you've put there because a brand asked you to, but I think it becomes really complicated. You can't hide disclosures behind links, even if the link says something like disclosure. Would a button on a web page that says disclosure or legal something be enough? Obviously not. For Facebook posts, including a disclosure in the comments for that post. No, it has to always be in the caption. Thank you or thanks brand is not enough. Obviously. You say thank you for sending it to me, and then you say add gifted, and you tag the brand. Gifted by itself is not sufficient a disclosure for free product. I disagree with that. Let's see the details. No, the word gifted by itself without a brand reference is likely to be ambiguous. However, gifted by X, Y, and Z, when X, Y, and Z is the brand name, should be sufficient when you've received free... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nice. So now they're accepting gifted. Okay, this is important. No, the word gifted by itself without a brand reference, you have to include the brand reference then, is likely to be ambiguous. That's fine, I've always done that. However, gifted by X, Y, and Z, when X, Y, and Z is a brand name, should be efficient. Okay, that's good. That's great. Sufficient, not efficient. Okay, great. The de-influencing trend really started off pure and got tainted in record time. Like a 2 week... 2 weeks? I did not know that. I've seen articles on websites where you get halfway down the page and there's a disclaimer like the following segment is paid by X company. And then the segment is written as if it's of their own opinion, but they've just... they've just disclaimed that they were paid to write it. Yeah, that feels so... It feels sketchy, doesn't it? But it makes you consider something else. Because that's the thing for me, is even if I like something, I really like this mouse. But I was gifted. Well, I think it's great. But it was I didn't pay for it. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it does become a little bit complicated. Various makeup powders everywhere. Zap, I live life on the absolute edge. It's got paint all over it. Can you see it? It's got paint on it. I think this stems from the whole narrative of brands wanting people to advertise without others realising that they're being advertised to. Kind of like with the word fake news. Yes and no. I think a lot of influencers can get away with it because of the country that they're in. But I have noticed what has been happening is US brands reach out to influencers in other countries where they don't have those rules. And I think that's real sketchy. That's so sketchy. Okay, I'm carrying on. Disclosing sponsored content only at the bottom of a blog post is not enough. There you go, Kaylo. That's like yours. It's just to say something at the beginning then. You cannot send review links targeting only satisfied customers. You cannot contact customers who left negative reviews and ask them to change or delete their reviews. Who has the time and energy to do this? This is mind-blowing to me. Takes paint like a champ. It was about 2 weeks. Honestly, Ella, I don't not believe you that it was ridiculously quick. I believe you so much. TikTok moves at an alarming rate, especially. Yeah, you can't... Ugh. I don't think too much has changed, but I'm trying to find the best way to describe this. I don't think too much has changed with regarding the advertising rules, but I definitely think that it becomes really critical and really difficult to navigate it when you're kind of in my chair. It's a nice chair, but I think it becomes difficult then. I think it becomes hard because you've got a lot to consider, but also I genuinely like a lot of products, but I will also I would always tell you if I didn't pay for it. But then it seems like that influencer is just writing about the product that they like. I've seen it. I see it a lot. Oh my god, was that an ad? Can you imagine? I've actually been the culprit this entire time. But yeah, well that's the thing, isn't it? Like, but you need to know, like, if someone's been paid to say something. I just think that it's really annoying that there's been some shady people out there who have just made this so much harder than it needs to be for everyone else. Like, just stop being shady. But regardless, I think it's really important to keep up with all the rules and all the changes. Like, so thanks for sending it through, Kaylo. It's going to get to the point where you'll be talking to a friend in a cafe and have to say, like, I'm about to say paid advertisements from Starbucks and it's not my personal opinion. I really like this latte. Can you imagine? That'd be so crazy. Crimson, so I'm going to be painting them at the booth. I'll be finishing them off when I'm there. I don't know, I might just leave them there. I don't know. Not like, oh, you know, not interested. It's just more like, you know, I think it'd be nice for Crocs to have them. I don't have a preference, put it that way. Thank you, Zap. But yeah, sorry, I probably sound like a moaning mini. That's not really my intention. I just find it like bizarre. I think the thing that makes me, if I was to be completely honest, the thing that upsets me, not being like upset, but the thing that really does frustrate me the most, oh yeah, Zap, I'm working at it. The thing that frustrates me the most is sorry, I've forgotten it. Oh yeah, sorry, it's TikTok Shop. I genuinely don't care what you think about TikTok. Then again, that's not my intention to start a TikTok argument. I thought TikTok Shop was pretty cool at first when it came out, but what's happened to TikTok Shop, in my opinion, has become an absolute nightmare. It's just so hard to navigate TikTok as a whole because it feels like everyone's doing it from a QVC perspective. And what I mean by that is everyone has found out that if you have a video that does really well and goes viral, because TikTok do push things that have come from TikTok that are advertising TikTok Shop, then you can get more views and then you'll get paid. So then people are buying stuff from TikTok Shop and then showcasing what they've been buying, which then leads to more people buying the stuff from TikTok Shop, which then leads to them getting paid. So in a weird way, it works as an advert, but they don't class it as one. They kind of say that I bought this from TikTok Shop, here's my affiliate link. You can get it too. And then because you are a creator with TikTok Shop, but that to me is no different. That's almost worse. Because you're buying stuff and then trying to get money from other by trying to get other people to buy it, and the platform as a whole is pushing it. So to me, how does that work? As a QVC channel to sell the... Yeah, I don't like TikTok Shop anymore. I really thought it was a really good thing at first. I helped to advertise it with TikTok. I thought it was great. I really did. But I think what it's become... I'm not a fan. I'm just really not a fan of how it's developed at all. Affiliate links. Yes, very similar to that, Lily. So that's kind of what happens with it now. But because TikTok works the way that it does, if you do stuff with TikTok Shop, TikTok recognize that, and then they essentially will push it because they want more things on TikTok Shop, and they want to push TikTok Shop. So then they push videos that push TikTok Shop. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I just think that's really messy. So imagine if you had affiliate links for Amazon, and if you posted it on Amazon's social media platform, they would push all of your... They'd push your content to do better. And then, why wouldn't you continue doing stuff like that if you had higher chances of getting better video interaction for what you want to do, and you're getting an affiliate, and you're getting a small commission? If Twitch boosted streamers with Amazon, yeah, oh yeah, because Twitch, yeah, exactly, it would be like that, which to me would be crazy. But I think we'd all think that was crazy. Because it's on Twitch. But maybe, I don't know, it's just seen differently though. I don't know. It's weird. I just find the whole thing strange. I just think it's I just think it's so strange, man. Like, hell? There's definitely a lot to think about.